the Premier League ever been more challenging?
I feel welcome. Dit is my home and I want to achieve success. Okay?
My home, I want to achieve success, and so do we. And welcome to Mufc Realist TV. This is the big one, people. This is the big one. This is the big one as we are playing Copenhagen tomorrow. And here we're going to listen to Erik Ten Hags press conference in front of that game. It's 8 p.m. kickoff UK time in the evening in Copenhagen, which is absolutely must win. Of course, we're going to dive into listen live together. What is the questions being asked to Erik Ten Hag? And we're going to understand who is kind of traveled, who is probably going to line up. And after that, we're going to sort of analyze the questions. And we're going to do a little bit of a mini preview where we together pick the lineup and absolutely the score prediction. Will we come victorious? I can feel it coming in the air tonight, like that song with Phil Collins, or will we go home, not making it to the Cup of Champions League? So therefore, tomorrow is such a big, important game. We have to win tomorrow because Besiktas is also playing Bayern Munich. My God, we need to win this, people. So tell me how you're doing. I'm waiting for Mark and to come in and join me here as well. So the presser is about to start in about 15 minutes. So I want to give a shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Where are you in the world? I can see you guys. Let me see who is in the house here. Let me see. There's so many of you. Jamie Vane is here. I can see you, Jamie. How you doing, Jamie? Billy Connolly is here as well. So many of you coming in here raw. And Carlos is also here saying, what are you saying? Do you think we will pull a win tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, it's like that song with Phil Collins or Genesis. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. You got to believe. You got to believe. I believe we can pull a win, 100%. If we don't, we'd be in trouble. But mathematically speaking, it all depends on what the other games and results will be with Besiktas and, all that stuff. So anyway, what's important is that Ten Hag is absolutely getting this right, that he's lining it up. But I also want to get my co-host into the stream. We're talking about Mark. How you doing, Mark? Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, guys. How's everything? What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing?
Fresh.
Are you ready for the manager's presser? It's going to be interesting tonight, I think. You know what I mean?
What do you think they're going to ask him about?
I think they're going to ask him about a lineup. I think they're going to ask him about Rafael Varane. I hear that they say Eriksen should be joining him in the press conference. So I think that's going to be very interesting as well, because it possibly means Eriksen might be starting. So I didn't pick him in my starting lineup, but at the same time,
we will pick the lineup later. Yeah, we will pick the lineup after the interview. Definitely, everyone together. Maybe they will ask if they managed to deposit that brown paper envelope to the referee association, just to avoid the VR situations. Right? That's been a hot topic. Can you hear me? Are you frozen, mate, or am I frozen?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you can hear me. And what happened? I don't know. Glazes are in the house, guys. Glazes are in the house. So this is your lineup, basically.
Yeah, that's my lineup. I just added it just in case. So after we finish, so we could
Okay, let's start with your lineup to see what's going on like now, and before we dive into the press conference, mate. So you have who? Bayindir in goal.
I have Bayindir in goal, because I was thinking it would be nice to give him like a warm-up game, because I think it would be best to let him be the keeper in Turkey, because it's a home game. He would be up for that game. I think it's going to give him confidence.
We're playing hello, which rock are you? We're playing Copenhagen, not home game.
Oh, no, well, I mean, ahead of the Copenhagen game, he needs to get some practice in, right? So I would say play him in Copenhagen before we play him in Galatasaray, so that way he gets 2 games. I was just looking forward to seeing him play, because I think. Not that Onana is not playing well. I think Onana is playing very well. I was just thinking more like just for rotation, to be fair.
I don't know, Mark, what you're smoking over there, but this is a must-win game. I wouldn't experiment with that, mate. Seriously. Oh, talk to me. Then you have who? Johnny Evans, right? He's a red. Johnny Evans, he's a red.
Yeah, I have Johnny Evans in central defense with Varane, because You know, Maguire pretty much suffered a concussion over the weekend against Fulham. So
he did.
I think you know, he was concussed because remember he had that impact at the beginning of the game. So I think, you know, it would be good to get Maguire some rest, let Varane step in. He'll have a good game. We know it's Rafael Varane, Champions League Varane, you know what I mean? Wan-Bissaka off the right, you know, Delo off the left. It's going to be a good combination. I like how Delo plays off the left. And, you know, I'm just looking forward to seeing Mejbri start in the midfield with his energy. And Bruno Fernandes, well, he had a good game, so I think he deserves to start again. Amrabat, I didn't see him last time. It would be nice to see him play in this game
Wow.
because, you know, he's the tank. So it's just basically, that's how I was looking at it. And, you know, Rashford failed his fitness test, so I'm saying to myself, you know, let him rest another game.
Yeah.
Let
Let
Garnacho
him
start.
rest.
He had a good game. Yeah, Garnacho
yeah.
had a good game. He deserves a start, you know, to follow up that. I think
Yeah.
Højlund is mad frustrated. I
Oh.
think this kind of game is the kind of game he would be up for. He should be getting a
Yeah.
goal because,
Well,
you know,
he's already scored 3 in Champions League, so yeah.
well,
This
yeah,
is
you
his
know,
goal.
and this is his competition. He's, you know, maybe we should call him UCL Højlund because the guy is lethal in the UCL, you know. And Anthony, I mean, a lot of people might not like Anthony's performance in the last couple of games. It hasn't shown what we paid for him in the longest while. He hasn't really done anything to say, you know, he deserves the fee that we paid for him. But I think the last 6 months was more of something that's messing with his mind rather than what his true abilities are. So I feel like, you know, give him some time, and as the games keep coming, he might do well. You know what I mean?
All right.
So
All right.
that's what I just.
Well,
That's what I think.
speaking of UCL, or what do you call it? MMA. I will call it MMA. Maguire took some heavy beating, you know, with the knocks. Like he looked like so daisy. Even the refs went and check on him, but he kept fighting and fighting. So yeah, big up for Harry. He went like, you know, 12 rounds with the Ewan McGregor. If you know, you know, like, you know, that's what champions are made for. And then of course you go on with the, you know, Mejbri, Fernandes, Amrabat, Anthony, Højlund, and Garnacho. Why not Pelistri?
Well, to be honest, I was looking for Pillistri in the app and I couldn't find him.
So that's why.
So that's
Maybe
kind
you
of why I
misspelled
put
it.
Anthony there. Like, yeah, I'll be honest. I'll be fair. I like Pillistri. You know what I mean? I mean, I think Anthony deserves a chance, but at the same time, I feel like coming off the bench is not a bad thing for him. He's not really showing form, so give him some minutes, but he shouldn't really start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think
100%.
so. I really just put Anthony there because I couldn't find Pillistri. So guys, don't be mad at me.
Blame it on the app, hey. Big
Yeah,
up
blame
Billy
it on the app.
Connolly.
I couldn't find Pillistri.
Okay, let's hear what the VR has to say. Big up Billy Connolly for coming in here, Rogue. I'm keeping it quiet, or what score and result. Don't want to jinx it. Yeah, it's a big one, Billy. It's a big one. And Carlos is basically replying, I don't blame you. He says, I don't blame you. I don't want to jinx it either. So anyway, big up for everyone that's making it to the screen. DJ Superfly is here. I can also see you. Big up for you. Jolly Malmin is also here. What are you saying? Forsen looks to be a left winger striker. Yeah, that's Copenhagen's Forsen. Yeah, I don't know much about him. Just remember the last time, but of course we're playing them at Copenhagen, so it's going to be a little bit different. I think we need a lot of legs. I would love to see a Mejbri there as well. I would love to see Amrabat there. Of course, Casemiro is injured, and Bruno on top. You know, I would definitely love to see a Pelistri on the right wing, Garnacho on the left, and Højlund in the middle. That'd be the dream scenario. But what about Lindelof? Is he all right?
I'm not too sure. I you know, he wasn't feeling well the last game, so that's why he didn't feature. So I was like, they had a live training today, but I missed it. You know, remember my family's here visiting, so I was taking them around, so I wasn't able to check out the live training to
fair
see.
Enough.
But
Fair
I set it to record, so I'm gonna watch it back a bit later and
fair enough.
check it out. And
Okay, guys.
I'll
fair
give
enough.
a newscast in the morning pre-match day.
Just a little bit of a preview what's to come. Like I already started cheated. Like, you know, I added this to the stage because I want us to build this together after the after the interview. So basically I've gone with the back four to start with. You know, I want a ball playing center back lineup, like, you know, in terms of Varane and Lindelof, regular and a proper left back together with Wan-Bissaka. But he will probably most likely start Dalot, and then we will sort of build it up together, like, you know, brick by brick, player by player. So that's what we're going to do after as well. So yeah, just to what's to come here as well. And of course, we're going to do the score prediction after. So it's going to be like, a combined press conference reaction. And then we spent 15 minutes just doing the lineup and the score prediction, people. So that's 2 in 1, right? Definitely.
2 in 1, 2 in 1.
They were supposed to schedule this presser tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be tomorrow, but apparently they moved it to tonight because, like, maybe there was, they're supposed to do a press conference before the match. It's supposed to be like the day before, really. Like all the games who played today, they had the press conference yesterday. You know what I mean? So what happened was I think it was due to some mix-up with the training time that they were having training and when they were going to be available to have the press conference. So they ended up working it out like this. So the presser is late this evening.
Mark, somebody has been bantering you.
Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat.
Super chat.
We have a super chat from Alien 10, a big up Pete coming in raw with £2 saying poo.
What
I thought
up,
Mark's
Pete? How you
baby had
doing,
run
man?
away. What happened? He didn't run away, Peter. He's still sitting comfortably tight on Mark's head. What's behind Mark's beanie? Everyone is questioning. How's your haircut looking, my friend? Can we see a little bit of a sneak
it's
peek?
pretty normal, guys. You know what I mean? Like my haircut is pretty decent. So
listen, Uncle Mick did a fresh cut as well today. See, so
that's what I'm telling
I
these
also did
guys.
the same. Yeah, so I'm
You
saving
gotta
it
keep
for
it
long.
fresh sometimes,
Yeah, 100%. So big up, Peter. Thank you for your super chat and donation. How excited are you? Let us know your score prediction later on as well, mate. Excellent, excellent.
Jamie Wayne said he was talking about Omari Forson, who's our player.
Omari Forson. Our player. Okay.
I think he seems to be kind of a left forward, left winger type player, to be fair, as well, as Jamie was saying, if is that the case, because I've been watching the youths play a lot, and he's been very good when he cuts in from the left, and then he takes it to the byline a lot of times, and he creates a lot of opportunities for the team with his crosses. So, yeah.
Listen, where I'm sitting right now, it's almost quarter to 2 in the morning. It is now Wednesday morning here in Thailand, where I'm sitting. So big up for everyone that's tuning in wherever you are in the world. I mean, it's brutal. It's going to be brutal. For tomorrow, the game starts for me 3 a.m. Mark. 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's going to be
You can
brutal.
imagine people living in Australia, like, in this part of the world, like, getting up to watch this game or staying up to watch this game 3 a.m. in the morning. So win, it's a sort of worth it. But if we lose, it's horrible, to be honest, right? So big up for everyone that's coming in. Let us know where you are from as well in the chat, and don't forget to smash that like button because that's free, and subscribe if you haven't. We are about 2-3 minutes away from the live press conference, Mark, and what are we looking forward to? Hopefully some really good questions, mate.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they ask about maybe his decisions in terms of the defensive line that he selected the last game, or maybe what he plans to do in attack in this game. I hope they ask questions on if he already knows his starting attackers who are going to be starting. Like I said, he's going to have Eriksson joining him in the press conference, so I believe Eriksson is going to be starting in the game. So. It's probably going to be Eriksson, Bruno, and maybe a Mejbri or an Amrabat or something like that. You know what I mean? I hope someone asks the question, like, how come Amrabat missed the last game?
Well, I have a feeling we will walk away from Denmark tomorrow with a full belly. Like, we will pop that Carlsberg and we eat that Danish pastry. So we will be happy. So, it makes sense to have, Eriksson that knows FC Copenhagen. It's his home country, playing in front of his home crowd together with Rasmus Højlund. And it's going to be amazing to see. So I'm proud of seeing Eriksson in the press conference, but doesn't mean that he's going to start. We don't know. Mark Davis, big up guy on doing a great show. Tomorrow night's game is going to be a tough game. United have to win to stay in. Mark. Big up Mark Davies as well. We have 2 Marks here in the building. We have Mark Davies and we have Mark Nurse with the beanie. I should just call you Mark the Beanie.
It's all good anyway, man. You know what I mean?
No. You got to be Dutch like Ten Hag. Mark van den Beanie.
That doesn't mind. I don't mind that at all. I think the Dutch maestro should remain as gaffer of the club. I think he's going to bring it back on schedule somehow because when you look at the performances this season, it hasn't been great. Other teams have been overperforming, but we're still 6 points away from the top four. So I think if the team starts performing much better, our performances, will see us in a much higher position. As everyone, I wasn't too excited for the Ange train that everyone was like, oh, look at Ange,
Oh,
look
the
at Ange and
train.
Spurs. Well, Spurs season is teetering off the edge of a cliff right now. They lost 4 of their starting players for the next 3 games.
Oh,
for sure.
Listen, I went to sleep last night. I couldn't watch the Chelsea Spurs game, but I was listening and I heard in the first 11 minutes it was a score to Spurs, and I think, it's game over already. Spurs started strong, and then I woke up with this massive surprise and I heard everything about it. So I haven't really watched it back, but it's supposed to be a very disgraceful game with VR decisions as well. So yeah, big up, come on United, Welsh Girl 68, come in here saying big up, big up to you as well. Milos Micic is saying dobro veče from all the way from Serbia. Pozdravi prijatelju, pozdravi tebe, brate, kako si. Dark Crow, Sheikh Yashim should stop being stingy for just we're not going to talk about the takeover. Mark Jenkinson is also. We have another third Mark in the house here saying Mark Jenkinson in the house.
Welcome
so now we have
aboard,
3
my
Marks.
Bro. Welcome aboard.
We have 3 Marks there. Mark my word. That was almost funny. So 1-0 Dortmund. Is that a match going on right now? Yes, you live close to Dortmund, right?
Oh, the Newcastle fans have flooded the city, Mick. Everywhere you go right now, there are Newcastle fans watching the games and all the pubs. And they have their traveling fans at the Dortmund Stadium, which is 45 minutes away from where I'm at right now. So it's going to be live.
It's going to be live. It's going to be lit. We have another super chat and joke from Alien Tennis saying Mark van de Beanie. MVDB, 100%. Where are we at with the press conference? Has it started yet?
It's not started yet. They've been delayed. They have usually been delayed a few minutes in the last couple of days.
Typical Glazer PR trick. Keep you hanging, right? That's it. Dave Taylor is here saying what's the latest with the 92 Foundation make. Well, we're going to talk about it in another stream next week, I think. We're going to have me, Tom Journalist, and potentially some other guests as well to iron things out. But here we're going to talk about the Champions League. Drex is here as well, coming in to say big up for you as well, Mick and Marks. 100%. I have something wrong with my mouse, mate. Seriously, it's jamming up. So I have a little problem to get all your comments out there. Some kind of stuck mouse. I need to get a new one. Logitech. Been having it for 2 years now, so it's clogging up. Maybe it needs some cleaning. I don't know. Oh, God. How's life? How's everyone doing? How are you doing? Let us know. Are you getting giddy tomorrow? Of course, it's delusion. It's that hope that kills you, but I'm looking forward to come home and wake up in a smile tomorrow with a victory. We really need that because I think that Bayern is playing away in Turkey tomorrow, right? So that's going to be a welcome to hell, right? Shakhtar is apparently beating Barca with 1-0. Oh my God, Shakhtar is beating Barca 1-0. Cool.
Yeah, Shakhtar is beating Barca right now. It's a good night for the upsets. You know what I mean? Tomorrow night it's good. It's a good night to keep it straight.
Yeah. Jamie Wayne is coming in here saying that United stand access denied outside the press room. No wonder after that Rashford hit. Yeah.
That a lot of Terry on the terrace was going on about it. Rashford should not even be commenting. He should more focus on reading the room, doing better, and getting his form back in place. But the way I see it is like this, right? If you want to ask questions and try to be in between sensational and factual, you're liable. You're opening up yourself to be misinterpreted. So you can't be mad.
No, but what would you say if somebody's spraying gash about you? You will go out and defend yourself. That's not true. Stop spreading lies, right? And that's the thing. And then you can sort of question, where are you getting the sources from? It's got to be from those reliable Laurie Whitwells and the gossip tabloids journalists, to be honest, right? So yeah, I call it big up for Rashford for actually putting him in the mud, put him in the spot, I would do the same thing. It matter, like, you know, just don't spread misinformation.
100%.
Oh no, hope who is in the VR room tomorrow? Yeah, no, we don't hope so, Alien. This is Europe, but last time they screwed us over there as well, like, you know, in Bayern Munich, 100%. Yeah, so nothing's going on as of yet. No, there are
No,
6
nothing
minutes to
started
go.
as yet.
What's going on here?
They're just showing highlights of Champions League glory with Varane and when they were in the Champions League that season.
They're running late. They're stuck in the Carlsberg factory, probably.
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 I don't know what's going on with them tonight. They're
Yeah.
usually a bit late, but like 2-3 minutes. It's like 5 minutes late already.
Yeah. Welsh girl saying, I thought Rashford is overreacted. Probably not. I don't know. I think he did the right thing, though. Like, you know, if it's a lot of hearsay, of course, you're going to go out and say, well, stop spreading, you know, trash about me and my club. Definitely. So he basically traveled to Fulham to be part of the squad, and they all went out for a bonding dinner afterwards. You even saw the pictures. Leacher was there as well. Everyone was there just to sort of bond together. Like, you know, that's my interpretation of it. And what's this about for him going out and celebrating his birthday? You know, it especially happened to be on this day when they lost against City 3-0, but he still went out to celebrate his birthday with his family. So everybody's entitled to celebrate their birthday.
I mean,
Drexy,
yeah, I think he was in. Drex says there wasn't any misinformation from the video. Marcus should have watched the video. Yeah, I wouldn't say that there was a much misinformation from that particular video, Drex, but you know, like it's sometimes not what you say, but it's what you imply, because they kind of implied, you know, if he's going to be remain at the club playing in the kind of form he's playing in and we're at the moment, and I mean that's a bit much, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you don't know what the coach thinks. You don't know what anyone thinks of his performance up to this
no,
day.
but what it comes down to at the end of the day, like, you know, we can put our hands up and to say, like, and we can criticize certain players, but never to come up with stories that's not true, right? You could say, like, oh, we're not happy with his performance, he's crap at the moment, his headspace is not in the right place, but, you know, to report certain things that, you know, how dare you going out to celebrate your birthday when you went out to, when we lost 3-0 against City and all that stuff, like, that's just not on, you know what I mean? I just personally find it, like, you know, appalling, to be honest. Anyway, enough of spreading that. You know, we are MUFC Realist TV, and you know we bigging up every fan channel that is out there doing the grafting, and them being the biggest one. You know, still. You can always call a spade, and we can always have our own opinions as well, and that's what we're here for. What are you saying, Red G? Is well coming in raw to saying Rashford should focus on his form. Nothing bad was said in that video. Yeah, you can argue to the point. It's just not bad what being saying. It's just been the hearsaying, like, you know, spreading the rumors, and that's what he's saying. Stop spreading misinformation. That's what he said. Basically, he went out to defend himself. You know. Fair play for everyone. Ashid is saying, you guys, your hottest opinion on Sergio. Listen, Ashid, I really appreciate it. We're not going to talk about the takeover right now. We're going to talk about football. I'm tired of the takeover. I'm so tired that I can't even say the words Sir Ratcliffe, or, you know, it's been 11 months in the making, to be honest. Coming up now, I think it's on the 22nd of November. That was the first time that, you know, Glazers announced that we're doing strategical sale. That was just before, you know, Thanksgiving in US as well. So yeah, it's 1 year in the making. The question is, are they willing to sell? They're holding on. They want 8 billion apparently, because that's what they sort of evaluated the club, you know. So you will see. You will see. Anything? Nothing?
Nothing yet. Still showing reruns of the goals in that Champions League season, you know.
Are they fooling us, guys? What's your app saying, guys, in UK? What time is it starting? Have we been trolled?
No, it
Anyway.
actually said it's supposed to start right now. Like, I'm even checking on my phone right now, and it's saying the same thing.
VR Room, let us know in the chat. Check your application if you have MUFC app as well. do you get the same result that they were supposed to start about 5 minutes ago? This is very unusual. They're late. Anyway. Oh, maybe they're stuck on the Carlsberg tour factory. Press conference is always delaying what Ashid is saying. Yeah, 100%, my friend. It's always delaying.
Oh, the press conference has been pushed back. That's what happened.
What?
Yeah,
To what?
it got pushed back to 8 o'clock, so it's going to start in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. So, guys, we have 5 more minutes to talk football and talk in general. Guys, let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know who you think will start. Let us know what's your general mood and feeling about tomorrow. Are you nervous? Are you getting excited? Do you think we'll walk away with 3 points? Or do you think we will draw? Or do you think we will lose? I'll start with you, Mark. What do you think? Or would you just
it'll be a good game tomorrow, you know? Like, I hope we win. And I'm not predicting the scoreline.
You're not as of yet. You're not going to jinx it.
No. I'm not going to jinx it tonight. Too important.
Yeah. Madhouse is here coming in also saying Erik Ten Hags late must be playing PS5 to 4 a.m. in the morning. You're referring to his good friend, his nemesis. Must be, what's his name? I forgot his name. I haven't seen him play for a long time. Jadon Sancho, isn't it? In Dortmund. There was some rumors like, Jadon Sancho might go back to Dortmund. What are they saying over in Germany? Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, they say that the Borussia Dortmund is looking to find different ways that they could, make a return possible in the January window. You know what I mean? More on a permanent situation. I don't think they're just trying to bring him in on loan. So I think it's going to be something more of a permanent situation. At the same time, I think he's gonna enjoy that. I think the Dortmund fans will like that. I've spoken to 1 or 2 of my friends, and they're like, he didn't do well by you, but he did great for us. So. We would like to see. We would like to keep him.
But is that for a loan or for a sellback?
Yes, a lot of the fans are looking forward to it.
Is it buyback or is it loan? Hello? Am I frozen? Are you frozen? No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. I could hear you. Sorry.
Is it a loan or is it a buyback?
They're trying to do a buy. They're trying to buy him back from Manchester United in January. So
for half price,
if he does that, I would keep the same energy. Like I'm saying, the best thing for me, if he really wants to have that epic career, is to stand on the United, make an apology, and come back and find his way back in the team, end the season with a great performance, and then if he has to move on. You know what I mean?
But still, mate, what a cop out! Yeah, still what a cop out, right? They're probably going to try to squeeze half the price of what we bought him for, like extortion, 100%. Oh, maybe they sold us his twin brother, Jason, not Jadon.
Probably, but at the same time, for me, it's if we could sell him for 45-50, I'd take that rather sending him on loan, because at the same time, a loan would just see us paying him money to be motivated to play well for other teams. You know what I mean?
Go, bro. Yoliman means saying you guys was frozen for 2 seconds, like that movie Frozen. Let it go, let it go. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I am absolutely furious because I'm running on mobile broadband. I'm waiting for the broadband to be installed. It's coming on Thursday, so bear with me. I'm running on a mobile broadband. If you know how that works anyway. So it's pushed back, so it should start in 1 minute, guys. Anyway, 100%. What you guys are saying in the VR room, Milos Mitic saying in Serbian, Sancho is Bacen is VA Cup Gruppe Manchester. Yeah, he's saying in Serbia, he's kicked out from VA Cup group in Manchester. I don't know what that means, but Mark is saying also, what a technology. My mouse is playing up with me. Mark Davis, I'm sorry about that and for being a little bit slow and reactive here with my mouse. It will be a tough game tomorrow night. I'm nervous about tomorrow's game. Me too, mate. Because we deserve to be there. We deserve to start kicking on our season. We haven't played good football lately, and we're getting a lot of players coming back from injuries. So we deserve to show what we're all about. 100%. So far, we've just been scraping by. There's been no, style of play. But now we're starting to see a little bit of a patterns of play. and I really hope to God, and I pray to God that we'll be victorious tomorrow. So big up to you, Mark, as well. Sancho Sancho. What a mess. What a mess this season, guys. Like, we had the back of the Sancho story, we had the Greenwood, we had the Anthony Dos Santos allegation with the takeover. Yes, starting.
They're about to, yeah.
Evening, everybody.
Okay,
Match day
let's go, guys.
4 in Champions League Group A. Could be a pivotal one. That Andre Onana penalty save a couple of weeks ago means that United's qualification hopes are very much still alive. If they can get another win tomorrow in Copenhagen, it'll be looking good for a place in the last 16. Ben Thornley is alongside me here in the Old Trafford studio. That could prove to be the pivotal moment of the whole competition for United. That penalty save.
Yeah, it was a huge moment, and it's things like that you look at goals that are scored in last minutes. That was equally as important, and it really was. Plus, it was good for Onana as well in such a special, important moment for him to pull off a really, really good save and give us the 3 points.
Because I don't think it would be wrong to say, if that goal would have gone in, we would have been in major trouble in terms of qualifying for the last 16. It could be massive for our qualification hopes, that penalty save.
Huge. I mean, even with 3 games to go, that could have been the chances of us qualifying over with. But as we have a look at
They're showing over the Maguire header.
It's just a massive moment in this group as a whole.
It was a massive moment, 100%.
It was.
He saved us, yeah.
To beat Galatasaray tomorrow night and have 12 points and have already qualified if they haven't already. But any of the other 3 teams that are chasing them still will feel as though we're in with a shout. So Manchester United have to make sure.
It was all set up, wasn't it, for Henrik Larsson's son, Jordan Larsson, to bash home the equaliser right at the end, last kick of the game. What a stop.
Yeah, it was going back to his dad for how to finish from that sort of a distance because he was deadly. Just a little stop there. I just think that made up Andre Onana's mind which way he was going to go. And it was a solid hand, and he's the reason why we're still alive in this group, really.
Yeah, I mean, Bayern are basically home and hosed, aren't they? They've got 9 points, 3 games, 3 wins at the top. But after that, well, Galatasaray have 4, United 3, Copenhagen 1. So, for instance, if Copenhagen won tomorrow, United go bottom and be in big trouble with games against Galatasaray and Bayern to come. If United win,
Galatasaray is playing in Germany.
But yeah.
So
if Bayern and Galatasaray if Bayern could win against Galatasaray
and we win
tomorrow,
against Copenhagen, we are qualified.
Basically comfy to an extent. We just need a draw against Bayern, against Copenhagen, against Galatasaray. So
okay, so they're just having a pre-word before the press conference here, by my understanding.
Similarly, a defeat, and they're definitely out of it.
I mean, Galatasaray away next as well.
So defeat tomorrow is we are definitely out of it.
That's basically how they're painting it. I mean, in my opinion, it still has 6 points to play for even if we lose tomorrow. But I wouldn't like to lose tomorrow. I would like us to win tomorrow, and have
even a draw.
Run. Yeah.
How about a draw? Even a draw can be the on the hairline at the final game, right? Because we still have to play Bayern at home as well.
Yeah, Bayern in Old Trafford and in December, and we have to still have to go to Galatasaray.
Lindelof is picked. He's in the. Kobe Mainoo is in the squad as well.
For the UEFA Youth League game, which we'll bring you live on MUTV tomorrow. Right, across to the Parken Arena in Copenhagen, Erik Ten Hag.
Just coming.
He's coming in.
Say.
How does he look? He's look angry?
Smiling. Looking good spirits, actually. Look chill.
Come on.
He wearing a waistcoat, the Tezos waistcoat, the kind of sporty one. Christian Eriksen wearing a jacket. No, Christian Eriksen wearing the jacket.
Good news. Obviously, Marcus Rashford trained today. Harry Maguire trained as well. So, how ready is Marcus to start again? And also with Harry, did he have to go through concussion protocols? What precautions have you had to take with him to make sure that he's ready?
So we did a lot of protocols during the game, after the game. So he's ready to play. So not any indication.
Is this about Rashford?
And Maguire.
how much of a boost is it to have two players like that available to you, given the fact that obviously Marcus missed the weekend and Harry suffered that injury early on in the game?
No, he was fine in the game, so no problems. He played a very good game, and so Resi missed one, came out. A small knock, but he's back.
Hi, Erik. The Parkin Stadium is renowned for having very good atmosphere. It can be very atmospheric. This team have been in hostile crowds and they've sometimes had quite bad results. So you're a lot more confident in this team now that they have the character to endure quite a tough atmosphere.
I'm looking forward, and this team is experienced hostile. So, for instance, last year in Barcelona, and we can get good performances and we can get good results. You know that.
Just on one of your players, Amsey at the weekend, a lot of United fans cheered when he was substituted. There's been, like you said last week, there's been a lot of noise around him this season. Why is he struggling? He's not scored, he's not got assists this season.
Yeah, I think also last week I made that remark on him. So he was out for a couple of weeks. So that break the rhythm. I think he had a very good preseason where he scored. I think he scored twice in the preseason. And then he had a break. So now you have to get himself back in good form. And it's hard work, invest, and it will come.
Good stuff. Good question, sir.
Earlier, Naisop said that the atmosphere
he sounds a little bit crook.
Is 100 times more intense than it is on Old Trafford. You know both the stadium. How can be? Do you agree with that?
I've not played against Copenhagen in here. I've only been in a national team. I do know the atmosphere of a national team is very special. So I do expect a special atmosphere, but I don't know if it's 100 times more theatrical than it would be at Old Trafford. I'm not sure about that.
This is Ten Hag. Previous to Fulham, you said you wanted to elaborate that when you play direct, that doesn't just mean long balls. You need to press at all levels. Could you further explain what those levels you're looking for in your press?
All levels, pressing levels.
I think it's pretty clear what you expect. You need good formation, so good constructions, and then composed on the ball, find the solution on the ball. And there are moments you go more direct. And it depends on which solutions is the best, and the players has to make the right decisions. So I have to tell them in which formations they have to go into. But finally, it's up to the players also to find solutions, because an opponent can do different things. Then they have to find different positions, and then they have to make decisions on the ball. And so between the player who has the ball and who has to receive the ball, decision making on the ball, movement of the ball.
As Christian, does this
being more creative, find solutions. Is this something you cannot coach from the line?
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think it does. Of course, it demands a lot from you to be able to do both, but also at the time to have a bit of control, but also to punish the opponent. And now it's more of being the same. I'm sure you will, the manager will make a good game plan, and then we'll take it from there.
At the weekend, as you know, the fans had a banner which said "Play like you mean it." Just ask you what you thought about that. Do you sympathise with that banner? Do you understand why the fans unveiled that banner to the players? The banner "Play like you mean it" at Fulham.
The banner that said "Play like you mean it" that was encouraging the players to play like they mean it.
Do you understand the sentiment behind it, and how do you feel?
I think the players make their efforts, but it can always be more. So we expect the highest standards. Manchester United, when you're a player, when you're a staff, when you're a manager, Manchester United, the fans expect the highest standards, and they expect that you at least win every game. So we from ourselves have very high expectations, but also when you're not playing right and in a well performance, you still have to win.
Very good question and very good answer.
You've been working with Rasmus Højlund for a few months now. Can you tell us what you think about what he has done
so far, both in practice and in matches?
I think he integrates very good. He scored already 3 goals in the Champions League, which is it's very good for in an integration period. I think as a team we can be better in possession stuff, so we can create more and better chances, and that will also give our offensive players more opportunities to score goals. But yeah, what we have to work on is stable start 11, or at least so with 12-13 players, and then I think the routines will be better, and there will be coming more chances. But I think, as I said, social-wise, he integrates very good in the team, in the club. In a football perspective, when you already scored 3 goals in the Champions League, it's very good performance, and from here on he has to take it on and improve, and that is, I think, the character from Rasmus. He wants to improve every day, so it's lovely to work with him with such characters.
To Christian, how was it to play with Rasmus? Yeah, no, he's first and foremost, he's a very nice guy, and like the manager said, he works very hard. He wants to improve, and he does his things, and he does his job very well. And yeah, no, he's integrating the team very well. Of course, when you play the more games, the more you get to know each other, and he's only just arrived, so I'm sure we'll only get better.
Good stuff.
Christian, what do you feel is at stake tomorrow, given that you need points to qualify for the latter stages in the Champions League? Yeah, no, I think the only thing for us is 3 points. To put ourselves in a position to go through is the 3 points. We know that after we lost a lot of points in the first few games, so we need to catch up, and tomorrow is another game to get 3 more points.
3 more points. Rasmus will score tomorrow.
I mean, you've had a lot of dramatic wins this season, like injury time winners, etc. Whereas the first third of, or second quarter of last year, you were sort of controlling games, winning by 2 or 3, and then seeing the game out. How do you get back to that kind of level of performance where you dominate games and put teams away?
Yeah, first of all, by I just said, getting more to start 11 or 12, 13 players, you can rotate, so you get routines in the team. And often we had in this season so far, for instance, left fullback, right forward position, we have to change a lot. And then you swap the team, you don't get the routines in. Also the midfield balance is not there, but I'm sure once we get there, and I think we will play better. We will improve our game, the performance will be better, and from there on. So I'm happy with the points we get so far, because
today he's talking about the midfield balance.
We still we are in a position, we are not too far away, and we are in a position we can compete for everything. So happy with that, but we want to play better. That's absolutely our target.
Jeremy.
Good stuff.
Just continuing that theme, are you confident that once you do get a stable team of 12, 13 players, as you mentioned, that you can go on a winning run? Because it's been a bit stop-start this season. Is that the challenge?
Yeah, of course. Once you get more stable in a team, then you have a better chance to go in a run, and that you win some games after each other, and it puts you in a better position, because it's also gives you more belief, more confidence, and you have to make that look, of course, as a team. But it starts with of course good organization in and out of position, and it starts with very good attitude on the pitch. And I think that last point is absolutely what we have now, and we have such a good fiber spirit, and that even when we are not playing always our best games, we still create chances, because I can see also when I see the XG from us in games is still there, and when we get ourselves in position that we net some opportunities, we will get more belief and confidence in the team, and then I think we are able to get in such a run.
Just with regard to Rasmus, he's very strong mentally, so a bit of a challenge for him to come into this team that, as you're saying, has not been its best. Do you speak to him about that, or is he sort of clever enough to be able to sort of understand that it will come?
He understands, but of course, we speak with him about this because he's still a young player, and but he's smart and he understands the situation where he's in, and so he's aware of it, and he wants, of course, to score goals. And when he's not, he is so keen to score next game goals, and he's working very hard in training to get his progress in. So
okay.
Hi, Erik. Just wondering, you've obviously said that we can see that the injury issues are lifting. But do you have any idea of the timescales of a player like Luke Shaw, Malacia, Casemiro,
yes,
Martinez, when they will be back? Will it be after
injury
the
questions?
break?
I have some time schedules, yeah, but it's always difficult to prospect that because they can come setbacks during a rehab period. So I'm always a little bit holding back on such issue. But yeah, I expect some back. But for instance, Casemiro and Martinez that are really strong injuries, and I don't expect them back before Christmas.
I was going to say,
No,
Casemiro seemed like it'd be several weeks. Is it looking worse than that after further assessment?
No, it's several weeks. So that is.
And can I just ask about
Several
Copenhagen?
weeks.
They surprised quite a lot, perhaps, ignorant football fans, I guess, with their performance at Old Trafford. So, what are you expecting tomorrow from them?
They played a very decent game, and I thought we didn't play a good game, but still we won. I think it was a deserving, but we have to do things better. That we are aware of that, because you have to lift the performance if you want to get the result in.
I love these questions, Mark, by the way.
Hi, Christian. Last time you played against your childhood friend, Rasmus Falk. How was it, and how are you looking forward to that tomorrow?
Yeah, it was special. Also managed to kick him the first time. But no, it was special to see him. And yeah, I've been, of course, following him since we played together for years. So it's nice to be able to play against him in final with fun.
And Christian, the confidence is quite high at FC Copenhagen. I talked to some players yesterday who actually said they think they are the favorites against you tomorrow. What do you think of that? Do you agree?
No, it's their opinion, and obviously we'll have our opinion. I'm sure there'll be some fun games tomorrow on the pitch. But in the end, it's who wins. But if they feel like the favourites, they're entitled to. But I'm sure we'll go into the game with confidence and the aim to win as well.
Last question.
Thank you, Jeff Steele, for gifting 5 realistic memberships.
This weekend, Marcus wrote on his Twitter. He was very unhappy about some rumours that he read. Do you see somebody in training, somebody very determined to prove people wrong, maybe? Do you see that fire in him to get back to the form of last season?
Marcus is very committed to Manchester United, to this team, and he is investing real hard work and training to get back in his form. So,
thank you very much.
Oh, somebody's moving chairs.
Yeah, the press conference over. That's
the press over. First and foremost, thank you, Jeff Steele, for gifting 5 memberships in the middle of a press conference, so we can give you a shout out. But massive shout out for you, Jeff Steele. Guys, give Jeff Steele a massive pat on the back for gifting 5 memberships. And I don't know who became a member because we are so focused into the press conference. So we're going to take this away, what's been said as well. Glazes are green and gold, but A7K saying, what about Marcus Rashford was asked. Should we just give it a summarize what was said as well? And do you know who became a member? Because apparently, I want to give it a massive shout out as well. We just reached, guys, I want to make an announcement. This week, we reached over 200 members strong as memberships at Mufc Realist TV. Now we are 225 members, and we're going to walk you over that. Big up. big up for you. Yep. Oh wow.
The 5 gifted members are Juddy Sports, Nick Spooner,
Juddy,
Neo, Speaker and Sneaker and Seekers, and Nippon Swani.
wow, big up for all of you. Thank you. Welcome to the family, guys. And don't forget to smash that like button as well. And thank you, and give the thanks for Jeff Steele for gifting those 5 membership. Mark, what can we take away from this press conference? To be honest, I haven't heard so many good questions for a very, very long time. But of course, this is European football. This is not British Premier League. This is quality journalists, according to my opinion. And they asked very good questions. We got some good injury updates. They asked about why we're not firing. What about Marcus Rashford? What about this? What about that? I think it was really, really good.
Yeah.
What was the key?
The key question for me was mostly like when they asked about the performance with the team and how does he expect it. But when he was talking about, I think that was like the 5th question. When they asked him about the style, when he spoke about his style and how he expects the players to adapt and how the players are learning and they're getting it, but when we have to rotate and change players, it makes the setup different. So the players, the routines aren't the same when there are some different players, because some different players, their style are so different. So they don't get the routines right. But once they get the routines down and they master them, then they should just push on and improve. And I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, he was also saying one thing is to sort of be adaptable on the pitch. We set up our system or play, but it's up to the player to be more creative, to find Rasmus and stuff like that. And so far they haven't done that. So there's something that he cannot really coach on the dugout in a way. He sets up the system, but at the end of the day, it's about the players, to use the creative thinking and find the through balls and linkage of play. So basically it's all about finding the solution, what he said, right? So it's solution-based driven. And then I like this one with the where the journalist asks, what about the banner? Play like you mean it. Did your players understand the message? Because that comes straight from the fans' heart. What we have been seeing, what we want, play like you mean it. So he said pretty much like this, according to what we noted down. I think the players gave the best, but of course they must be better and always try to improve and better and uphold the standards and the values of the club. I think it was very good, but also the values of his philosophy, his rules and principles, and he also gave a very good question, because he said pretty much masked that we haven't had the full squad as of yet to play the way I want, right? But now we're getting players coming back, and they asked about Rasmus Højlund, and he said pretty much what I understood, that our midfield hasn't been balanced, and we need to balance the midfield in order to service Rashford, Højlund, and the attackers better. Now it feels like we are solidifying our back 4, at least back 5, where we call it with Onana. We are not leaking any more goals, so it's all about now to sort of find that right balance in the midfield, so we can actually service the ball towards Rasmus Højlund. Regarding Højlund as well, there was really good questions. Of course, there was a lot of Danish journalists. They asked Christian Eriksen there as well, and he said, yeah, he works hard. He's keen to develop and learn. He's doing great. He's adapting well. And it's all about us finding him, to understand his game, his way of running and stuff like that. So very understandable, Mark.
Yeah. And I like the questions. I was surprised, and they just, a lot of those journalists up until the end, when the guy asked the second question about Rashford again, I was like, well, this is, it must come from somebody. But I can't complain with the amount of questions they asked, the way they asked them. It fully would inform anyone who had any questions about what the manager might be thinking, what was his team, what the team wants to do, what he thinks the team is capable of. He answered all those questions, and basically they asked all those questions.
I like this question that came up. Yeah, I like this question. What is the difference with this season from last season? We haven't put teams away with multiple goals like last year. If you look at it, last season in Premier League, we are 11 games in. Last season we were on 18 points. 11 games in this season with also on 18 points. The difference is last season we have a full squad almost. This year he's been hovering around, like, scraping, like, with injuries and everything that's been going off the pitch. So for him to get to this point, you can only get better from here right now, because you have players coming back, because there was a question regarding injury list. Of course, he gave a little bit of update, like, regarding Licha, give update about, Luke Shaw, I think, and also Varane, but he said several weeks he didn't really get a indefinitive answer, but he said, I have a timeline, but then it's all about not rushing them back into, just nurse them well, like, not rushing them into the game. Like what we've seen with, for instance, Kobe Mainoo. He's been back for quite a while, but slowly. Do you expect him, Kobe, to give him coming off the bench tomorrow? By any chance?
I would hope that he does, because especially with the niggling interest of Manchester City, I think it's time we start betting this young guy into the team, start giving him more thoughts on, how can I better improve this starting lineup? How can I get myself into this starting lineup more consistently? So because he's a big talent, there's no denying that. He plays very well every time he comes out for the under 18s, and I think sometimes when a player has a certain maturity level in terms of their play and their talent and ability, it's time to let them get the first team chances. So I would like to see him get maybe 10, 15 minutes tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if he doesn't, maybe you might see him on the following weekend against a Premier League side, because we don't playing.
Yeah. We're playing Luton. Yeah. So basically, Mark. So basically, I love his answer, because he said we had to change a lot this season. The routines are new. We're still working on them and believe they can master them, and performance will improve. They will all improve, and we will compete. We want to play better, what he said. It's been challenging not to have a stable team. And that's what it's been about this season. We haven't had the stability, like, because of lots of those injuries. At least the European international press can understand what's going on with Manchester United off the pitch as well, like, with the injuries. And they understand football by understanding there's no stability if you don't have your, starting 11, which is fit and strong. So that gives kind of a little bit of nuance to what's really going on. Like, if you look at it from a holistic perspective, right? Of course, when the team is not stable, he said, to work to be done, always difficult, because there is not sure setup. There's no sure setup, like, Of course, we've seen him playing players out of position because just to get by, and we have unable to be playing our best games because of that. So I think it's very good answers there, guys. I think it was a very good press conference. And of course, there was a lot of questions with Rasmus. Rasmus, I believe he's going to do well tomorrow. Like, playing in front of his family. He's from Copenhagen, playing against his brother as well. So it will be a big, massive statement for Højlund to do, like, to score a brace or 1 or 2 or 3. I don't care. Just score a goal, definitely. Eriksen was good in the press conference. Now, this gives me a little bit of a hope. Understood that, Harry Maguire has been cleared from the injury perspective. They've gone through the protocols. Rashford is there training, but the question is, I don't think he will start because he hasn't played. He's not in form. He might come off the bench. What's your thoughts on that, Mark?
I would hope for Rashford to come off the bench, to be fair, because I like Garnacho's play this weekend. I liked how he looked. I like his intensity. You know what I mean? Of course, I would think it would be nice for Garnacho to have put a few more balls into the box, but I wouldn't nitpick at the game because he did very well, regardless, in being direct. So that's why I would like to see Pellistri, because I feel like Pellistri is the one that looks to supply the striker naturally with his game. So I think seeing Pellistri would give us that bit of boost.
I agree. Because they were asking at the very end, what about Marcus Rashford? And he just basically finished off to say, I'm happy with him and I know he will improve. Eriksen also said at the end, I hope it will be a fun game tomorrow and looking forward to win tomorrow. That's in front of some of his old teammates from Denmark as well and home crowds. That's about it. And we topped up at the end with a disruption from Jeff Steele. What a positive one, gifting 5 membership, and we did shout you out, mate. So let's do this, people. Let's go and together pick the starting 11. What do you reckon, Mark? Should we do this? Should we pick the starting 11.
Yeah, we could definitely pick the starting 11. I think that's going to be interesting.
So I just changed the layout now because now we are flaming reds. So I already started because I think we need to play more attacking, more expensive from the back. Or do you think he will still line up with Harry Maguire and Rafael Varane? Does they?
I think you see, like, I think, you know what I think? I think he might play Varane and Lindelof, because at the end of the day, I feel like Johnny Evans would probably play this weekend against Luton because of the type of team Luton is. I think Johnny Evans would be the better defender to start that game. I even think Maguire might be better to start in the game against Luton. So yes, I know Maguire has passed the fitness test, but I feel like it's going to be Varane. And if it's not Lindelof, then maybe it might be Maguire next to Varane. But I think it's definitely going to be Varane for sure, because
I think it's going to be Lindelof. I think he's going to go with Reguilon, Lindelof, Varane, and Wan-Bissaka. This is kind of, or maybe he will put Dalot there instead of Reguilon. Guys, what do you think in the VR room? Do you think Reguilon would give it a crack of the whip on the left, or do you think it will be a Diego Dalot? Diego Dalot player of the weekend. Reguilon was rested, so I have a sneaky feeling that Reguilon would start.
Yeah, but I go. Let's leave it like that. I would go with that as well.
Yeah, so I believe that here we will then see. I will see here Eriksen, because he was in the press conference and he looked like fired up. I think we will have an Amrabat,
because he missed the last game.
Yep, and here of course we'll have a Bruno, right?
Yeah, who's coming off
Captain Bruno that saved us. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to the left wing. I said my piece. I think Garnacho will start and Rashford off the bench.
Definitely think he will come off the bench tomorrow.
Garner will start, and Højlund definitely will start as Ken. Rasmus Højlund. Here is the tongue twister, guys. Here's the tongue twister. Who will play the right wing? I don't think Anthony Dos Santos.
I'd go with Pellistri. Like I told you, like I picked Anthony because I couldn't find Pellistri. I would prefer to start Pellistri because I feel his natural aim is to supply the striker. So that's why I would pick Pellistri. And every time he plays, he shows a good performance. You know, he might not get an 8 out of 10, but he's definitely a 7 out of 10 every time he plays, in my opinion. So I put Pellistri there. Bring Anthony off the bench.
All right, then. VR room, let us know what your option would be. Would you like to see Anthony Dos Santos there on the right, or would you like to see a Pellistri? Let us know, because I certainly believe it will be Pellistri. Pellistri has shown in those 10-15 minutes cameo that he has done more and deserves to start than Anthony Dos Santos. I will definitely, though, this is our lineup, guys, so I will definitely put Pellistri. Let me see if I can get the spelling. Maybe you got the misspelling wrong there, Mark. So he spelled Pellistri. Yes, I got him.
I definitely put an E at the end of that PLLE. That's why I couldn't find him.
I suspected that you didn't know his spelling, but you could have Googled it, my friend. So, guys, this is our lineup. Everyone, Billy Connolly is saying Pellistri. Jamie Wayne is also agreeing with Pellistri. Drex is saying I'm start Anthony, but I give him more than 55 minutes. 100% Anthony. I'm sorry, but I've seen enough. Yeah, it hasn't been so good, you know. So definitely play the players in form if you are serious in qualifying, going through in the Champions League round. So anyway, this is our lineup. This is what I picked together with you guys. And Mark, Jeff Steele is saying, what are you saying there, Jeff Steele? Can you handle the VR room, because my mouse is kind of hanging?
Guys,
Jeff,
not sure about Eriksen deep midfield. Kobe Mainoo should get a chance next to Amrabat. Ahmad on the right, and start with both Marshall and Højlund up front. That's a 4-4-2, Jeff Steele.
That is just that's a steal, Jeff. You know, but you know, we also got to look who's going to be on the bench. So you can start this formation and you can chop and change in the second half if it's not working. But I think this is a very attacking lineup with sort of a good defense. You know, Wan-Bissaka is good. Varane is Royce Varane, Champions League Varane. The question is, will he play with Victor Lindelof? Anyway, we'll clip this. We'll save this. We're never right. We will never get it right because Ten Hag has always come down and surprised us at the end of the day. So yeah, what we can hope for, guys, what we can hope for is 3 points. 3 points is what we want. So we want to hear from you guys as well. Let us know your score prediction as well. Let us start with you, Mark. What are you predicting tomorrow, man? Are you gonna?
I'm not predicting the score, so you could go ahead and predict the score. Guys in the VR room, you guys send the predictions in. Let me call them.
Why?
Read
Why
them
not?
out.
Are you too nervous?
Yeah, I'm taking advice Will gave me the other day, and then he said to me the other day, I shouldn't predict the score lines. See
Why
how it
not?
goes different. He also thinks I
Don't play
wanted
with the
Anthony over the younger Pilastri.
Oh, so don't play with the
All
footballing
good,
gods.
bro.
Sorry,
All good.
Jeffy Steele is coming in with the 3-1 United. That's a big score, Jeffy. I admire your positivity. Alien
Peter's
Tenor is
coming
also
in.
going with a. Oh, you going with the Ruby Classic with 3-1 United as well. Yeah, what else? Well, should I also say 3-1 United? I believe it's going to be a Rasmus Højlund brace, not a hat-trick. It's going to be a brace and Captain Bruno to score as well. Or maybe a Pilistri to score one as well. We'll see.
Why not? Why not?
Why
I would
not?
like Højlund, and I would like if the front three of Garnacho, Palestri, and Højlund start. Why not let each one of them come over with a goal? That would be nice to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Drex is going in more positive. Are we delusional or are we high on endorphins at the moment after this press conference? Drex, you're coming in with 3-0. Get in there, son. Madhouse is more sensible and going with 2-1 Copenhagen. Sorry, folks. Euro Cup is ours. No, we don't want to be with Liverpool there in the Thursday nights. We want to be, we are the champions. We don't want to hear this, whoa, whoa. I'm tired of that song, to be honest.
It looks like Newcastle is going to the whoa because they just got banged up from Dortmund.
Oof, they got banged up, so they're going down to whoa.
Back-to-back games, Dortmund beat them at home last 2 weeks ago, and then they beat them away. So it's like bam.
And Shakhtar just beat it. Shakhtar has also beaten Barcelona. Oh, what a laugh! What's Jeff Steele? I didn't know. Wow, that's a big results. Hopefully we can get results tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not going to jinx it either. I think I'm going to go with 3-1 United. Or I want Onana to keep a clean sheet. So yeah, I would just keep my classic to say 3-1. This is really classic. Maybe I should put a copyright on it too. Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be a good game tomorrow, guys. I'm actually excited for the game. I think if we do bits tomorrow and win that game, it's going to do bits for our entire season going forward, guys. So let's all root for United, root for the team. Whoever starts, hope they play their best game, and we come out with a United win. You know what? That's what
Listen, thank you everyone for coming in and supporting us and joining us for this watch along of the live press conference, which was about 15 minutes delayed anyway. Newcastle United lost 2-0. We can all see you. Hey, all Bestie coming in late as per usual, but you can always watch this match of the game or whatever you call it later on. Nick Nash is coming in as well. Casemiro injured. We know that, but he still travel with the squad tomorrow. It's all about supporting the team. Joris ain't singing now, and they are not. Bye, boy. Listen, you missed the show. No worries, Pasha. You can always watch it later on. Listen, join us tomorrow, man. We are doing the watch along. We're going to do the match preview in the morning, I think. Mark is doing the traditional morning news. If there's anything to report, but we will be there in the morning for you. Good morning, United. And then we meet you later on for the watch along with Papi Power Hour and, of course, the post-match reaction. Hopefully it will be a positive one. We will have an after party, guys. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. There's more Champions League to follow. Guys, it's been Mick Ruby here together with Mark Nurse, keeping it real. And thank you, Mark, for producing today. And thank you for typing away. We can hear how hot the keyboard was going while you were typing down the questions. Big up to you, Mark. And you get a lot of love here as well. Cheers all. Cheers all for coming in. And
cheers, guys.
It's time to close the shop now and sleep well tonight. Speak you tomorrow. Glory, Manchester United. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as what we speak. It's time for Bella. Bye for now, guys.
Catch you later.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up by smashing that like button. Subscribe if you have not done so yet. If you want to take it to the next level, you can always show your appreciation to sponsor our channel by clicking below the video title where you will see the heart icon with the text saying, thanks. Or you could buy me a cheeky little coffee by scanning this barcode or visit this link to buy me a virtual coffee. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content. Remember, glory, glory, Man United, Glazers out. It is green and gold until we are announced and sold. That was all from me. I wish you a good day and a great match experience, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.